I was very excited that my 4K came of Body Snatchers from 1993.
Woohoo! Yes, this is Vinegar Syndrome, right?
Yes, so gave that a watch. It looks fantastic. Uh, the extras are not that, I mean, good. Like, you never know with the extras. Like sometimes, student bodies hit it out of the park. And sometimes, like I think they had a film historian or whatever, and it's like she just brought nothing, unfortunately, to the audio commentary. And then they have interviews with the director and editor and so forth, but they didn't seem to be. I was like, I would love to hear Meg Tilly talk about this, and she has talked about it on her YouTube channel, but I'd rather kind of hear that or Billy Wirth. We would like to have heard about. So
Would love that. Yeah, the
yeah.
two of them would be great.
But it did inspire me though, because I actually just made a page for the Body Snatchers because it was
Oh,
shot in
yes.
Alabama. And I don't know if when I would ever get there, but I was just like, I'm curious to see how much is still around and I can find. And I think I found using Google Street View some decent shots
I'm
if you
gonna
have it
pull it
pulled
up.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So um,
Let's pull this up. This is do you have the case with you of Body Snatchers near you?
not near me, but yeah.
Okay. I was just
Yeah.
curious if there was artwork included with it or anything.
Yeah, the artwork is kind of weird for the case, and it has a nice booklet and so forth. But where are you gonna go? Where
Where
are
are
you
you
gonna
gonna
run?
run?
Where are you gonna hide? Nowhere,
Nowhere.
because there's no
No
one
one like
like you left. Anyway,
love.
so
I love it. Um, you just created this page?
yeah, just last night,
Oh,
probably,
this
or
is a
yeah, yeah,
treat,
yeah. So,
Robert.
so it's filmed down in Selma, Alabama. So if you kind of go down, I do my best to find what Google Street View shots and what buildings are still around. Some things are not. So I
Yeah.
did my best to kind of mark it up. So I think, yeah, you can kind of see some of the trees are still actually there. Still
Oh, yeah. W-
match up and stuff
Was
like
was
that.
this an actual military?
Yep. So this was Craig Air
Okay.
Force Base, which
Okay.
is now these are all boarded up and so forth. But
I was gonna
well,
say because it has to be.
it's mostly boarded up. But then there's cars around too. So if you keep going down, I kind of just put various pictures of like this is where they're walking. I couldn't get exact
Oh
screenshots because
yeah.
I'm on the street, but this is one of the neighbors.
Oh wow, you really
Yeah.
did your homework
Yeah.
on this.
Well, fortunately, on the 4K,
Look
you
at
can
that.
see some of the building numbers. Like this had like 153 or something like that. So it's like you can begin to match up. The good thing about military, every building has its own number. So
Yeah. Oh, nice.
yeah, if you happen to catch. So, and they did
Oh, that's
some movie
cool.
magic here. Like this is not in the same spot as other places. I was like, oh, okay, but you can see it all matches, for the most part for the buildings that still exist. But
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
some
it sure
buildings are
does.
gone. But yeah, so
Wow, this neighborhood has seen better days.
yeah,
Look at that
it's
sidewalk.
not gonna, if it's still there, it won't be there for long. But yeah, so
Wow.
um,
Yeah, these are
yeah,
great though.
yeah. So there's the
Was this
lady
the
with her.
scene because she's looking at Meg Tilly and she's
Yeah,
thinking there's something
Meg
wrong?
Tilly's looking out one window across, and her baby's crying, and Meg's just giving that creepy look, like,
Yeah. Like not for long.
yeah. So,
Yeah, I remember that. I
um,
just watched that.
yeah. So, and here's where they're s- getting ready to. So you can see some buildings are no longer there,
Right.
got taken away, but I did the best I could here. So,
This is amazing. You got
yeah.
this.
So, but yeah, so there's still cars and driveways. So I don't know, but yeah, obviously this has seen better
Yeah.
days. Yeah. So,
This is a great this is when
yeah,
everything starts going to hell.
yeah.
Oh yeah, look this is abandoned for like 20 years here.
Yeah, yeah, I'd be shocked if anything is kind of still there. But
This is interesting though because this is where a little group starts firing back and just
yeah,
hell breaks. So it's interesting that
yep,
was shot all here. So they just
yeah.
must have had a run of the facility at the
I
time.
think it might have already been closed down. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah,
so
could have been.
yeah, and then yeah, I found and some are
Oh
like this was
wow.
kind of
You
easy
got
to
this
find. Yeah,
building.
yeah, yeah. So this building still's there. A little bit less broken windows, but
Right.
yeah.
That's great though. You
Yeah,
got
yeah.
this.
And this is where it's helpful because I see the 81 number. It's like, oh, building 81. I can find that. So there it is. So
That's it. That's right here.
yeah.
Oh, that's great. This is a gem of a page here. Here he is.
Oh,
Let
already
him
Emery.
go.
Yeah,
Who's gonna
so
believe
yeah.
him? Oh, that's so cool.
Uh
That's the building.
yeah, it's a building. This one was a little trick because I was like these buildings were kind of connected, but they are no longer. But I found this little triangle piece.
Yeah.
of the sidewalk and matched it up to kind of where they're supposed
Oh,
to be. So
right.
yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
Nice job. Nice job.
And then yeah, you can see the same fire hydrant and same
Oh, yeah.
ties down to the pole and everything is right there. So
It's right there. Oh, that is
yeah.
so cool.
But yeah, these buildings, there was kind of a walkway between, and they look like they took that out, but that's where it was. So
And the fire hydrant's the same,
yeah,
I would imagine. And
yeah,
this perfectly lines up with, yeah, that's great. Cafeteria. We have a cafeteria.
it all comes back to
It
yeah.
all
So
comes
yep.
back.
So yep. So there's that kind of same building, and then
This movie should have done
yeah,
better
that,
then.
their explosion actually. Yeah, I was able to actually match this up too. So,
Oh,
but yeah,
cool. Look at that. No, the flags and everything are still there.
yeah. So there's some parts we obviously they're keeping some like this is they
This
kept
looks
it
like
up.
nice.
Yeah, and the other parts they just let go. Obviously, I
Yeah.
don't know, but
Interesting.
yeah.
Billy Wirth.
Mr. Billy Wirth.
I was at this one when you had the
Yeah,
Fangoria.
yep.
Yeah. This is great.
Stunning Mr. Wirth.
He's
Forest
great.
Whitaker.
Yeah. Plays a great role.
Yeah. And Christine Elise. Yep.
I
Yeah.
told you this
So,
place was dead. Oh, this is a
uh,
wonderful page.
yeah.
I'm going to
Oh,
be the first to comment here.
well, thanks. Still love it. Obviously, there's still many lines that get in bed. I
Get
said
it.
get in
Get
bed. Yeah. I don't know
He's
why.
not your brother anymore. And they throw the kid out in the air. He's
Yeah.
like, meh.
But yeah, the little kid's actually pretty good. There's, when the scene where everybody's holding up their drawings, their finger painting, and his is different than everybody else's. His is like normal, and
Yeah.
this little kid does it like
Creepy scene.
yeah, looks and he just puts it down and looks at it. It's just like it's such an adult reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I was like,
What?
he's actually pretty good in this role. So
He was good. That's this
yeah,
creepy scene too when they
yeah.
yeah, I love Body Snatchers. This movie should have a better following than it does, I think.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I think I do know why because it's hard to follow up. Obviously, the first two, that the first the one in the 50s obviously is super iconic. The 70s one is even probably more iconic and kind of whatever. And this one kind of seemed like a smaller film, even though I think they probably gave it an even bigger budget because the director talks about how he's not used to this was not how he was used to working, but he would just say like because of his Warner Brothers, they're like, You want Meg Tilly? We'll get her. Like we can do whatever, and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So, and it's still actually, it's kind of disgusting. And I do forget that, I always feel like it's the third act, when the aliens are discovered, but it's actually more the halfway point, you know,
Yes. Yeah,
when,
I
yeah,
remember that too when
yeah,
I just watched it. When she's in the tub and the fakes and everything, the
yeah,
the doubles, you're like, it happens pretty quickly.
yeah,
Um, it is disgusting, a lot of the
yeah,
stuff. Like when she's in the bathtub, it's just so cringe and it gets
yeah,
you. And I saw this when it came out, like when it first came to TV, like 94 or whatever, and it scared the hell out of me then. And then I rewatched it over the years, and then it's been a while. And then I just rewatched it like the other month, and it still is jarring at scenes.
yeah.
Like I just it holds up well. I know there's some things you might have changed, but not many.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I was very excited to get this one as well. So,
I'm glad you got it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I said, gets in
Getting
bed.
bit. I don't know why Meg Tilly's so great.
Oh, she's
She
great.
just and the fact that she wrote that dialogue is even better. But yeah, so
It's good. I said, get in
getting
bed.
bit.
Oh, thank God.
Meg Tilly. Yeah. So and I just love they bring the 1978 screams back because it is like so when all hell breaks loose. And that's when Meg Tilly runs out and she kind of screams at the camera doing the alarm voice or whatever. And then you hear her for minutes later, people are running and you still hear her scream. They bring her scream back every once in a while, which I just love.
I do love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary. It gets you. Um, and the idea that for this one, unlike the well, the first one's kind of similar to the ending to this one, where it's a little bit ambiguous because the one in the 50s, remember they're like, we're gonna get the FBI, and they're like, okay, maybe they'll save it. And this one was ambiguous too. It's like, did they blow them all up? I mean, at the end, it
Yeah.
kind of might imply that they didn't, or that was just a refrain. So I
Yeah.
kind of like that, where the 78 one, it's clear, like, you're fucked. It's
This
done.
is, yeah.
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 You're not
I
getting out
don't
of San
know.
Francisco either. Like this one at
No.
base, you could probably contain it more, but I would think that they're everywhere. You're not really
Yeah.
getting out
And
of
we
it.
asked Billy because I was like, it almost felt to me as like, was there going to be a third act or whatever? And he's like, no, I think, and they land in Atlanta. And even then, there was kind of like, they repeat Meg Tilly's lines, but it's slowed down and kind of reverb down. And then they just have the landing, but and it's kind of implied as like, is he part of it?
Right.
Military was already part of it. That kind of follows sending the pods to different Arlie Emery's, like calling out where each truck should go and so forth like that. So,
Yeah. They're going to
um,
distribute them to all the
yeah,
places. Yeah. Good
but
job with this
yeah,
one too. And
was
it's scary. A lot of the the pods themselves and when they're transforming, like they did a good job with that, you know.
yeah. Well, there's
Really
the other
put,
creepiness where, because remember, it's a great scene where soldiers are dropping off only Gabrielle Anwar, the teenager, even though she was like 23 at the time, at home, and they're dropping off materials. She's like, okay, and then she goes to the kitchen, and she hears the door shut, and everybody seems to be gone, and she goes upstairs, and she does a walk by a room, and you see a silhouette, and she kind of, and then it kind of
yeah.
burst out like, she's like, what are you doing here? It's like, thank you, ma'am. It's just like that's the actual level of creepiness that.
Yeah. Wait, was this when she was in her friend's house?
No, this was her house. Yeah. So she's the only one home and they're dropping off stuff. And so
Oh,
you're
right,
kind of
right,
thinking,
right.
are they dropping off pods? Probably. Um,
Yeah, that
and
was
there's
creepy.
pieces that they still bring back. So like Meg Tilly waiting for the garbage truck, where I think they do the same thing in the 78 version where they drop their own garbage and people are like just nod at each other and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a good job with that.
yeah. So anyway, recommend.
Definitely recommend. I'm glad that you got that.
Yeah.